Hello to all my wonderful collectioneers out there. If this is your first time visiting the channel, hi, warm welcome to you. My name is Beth and this is the Collectionears Club channel where we do a lot of Disney content. And I hope that you'll stick around and hit that subscribe button for more Disney fun. And if you're a returning subscriber, of course, you know I love seeing you back for these videos, so thank you so very much. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I wanted to jump on here and do a tag. I know everybody, you're going to be shocked that I'm actually doing a tag while it's like current. I mean, what's going on? Who am I? I don't know. So, but I wanted to do this because I love the concept behind this tag, and I wanted to get in and tag some folks too, so we keep this thing going, right? So I love it. So it is the Get to Know Me tag, and it was created by Nina over at Wrestling with Disney, who tagged me. So thank you very much, sweet friend. I appreciate it. And Alicia over at Cinder Ali Loves Disney. Nina said that she got the idea from watching another YouTube community, and so she thought it would be lovely to bring it over to the Disney YouTube community, and I couldn't agree more. So thank you, Nina and Alicia. I think this is a marvelous idea. I have been having so much fun watching everybody's tags, and I hope that we can continue on with this so that we get to know everybody so much better. Okay, so got the questions ready to go. So question number one, when did you start your YouTube channel? And I can give you an exact date. This is going to be an easy one for me. August the 28th, 2018. That was my first upload, and so it'll be a year coming up in August. So the time flies when you're having fun, right? Number two, when did my love of Disney start? For as long as I can remember. I have been a Disney fan, fanatic, enthusiast, whatever you want to call it. I've been there. From my earliest memories, Disney was a part of my childhood and has continued on throughout adulthood, obviously, and it's just brought me so much joy. So I don't remember a time in my life when Disney wasn't a part of it. Number three, what inspired you to start sharing your love of Disney through a YouTube channel? And this is kind of a harder question for me because it actually is kind of a sad story, but it brought me to this wonderful medium, and I've met so many wonderful friends. So it's a little sad, but it got me on a good path. So last summer, one of the great loves of my life, my dachshund Jada, was diagnosed with lymphoma, and it was one of the hardest things that I've had to go through. It was heart-wrenching, heartbreaking. Her and I would drive an hour and a half one way, so 3 hours every Wednesday to get her the chemotherapy that she needed, and she went through 4 different protocols of chemotherapy, but we still lost her. She still passed away in October, and when she was diagnosed, shortly thereafter, and we were doing chemo, I was just completely overtaken with worry with her. I've always said, I have a child, a human child, and I have always had children with fur, and she was a great love of mine, as they all are, but she's the most heartbreaking as far as how I lost her. And so when she was diagnosed and we were doing the chemo and I was really, really racked with worry, I had thought about doing a YouTube channel for a long time, and I just needed something very positive to counteract the negative things that were going on in my life, and that were consuming me, really, because I worried about her day and night. But through that experience, starting this YouTube channel, giving me something positive to focus on, has really led me to so many wonderful things. It's really been a positive thing that came out of a really dark time for me. So, whatever angel, maybe Jada was my little angel that started me on this path. But I'm very thankful to her for teaching me such a wonderful thing. So I'm thankful for that. Number 4, what are your favorite Disney topics? I have to say collectibles. Hence the name, the Collectionears Club. Collections rather, to me, are such a personal expression of people. My son and I, we talk quite a bit about, gosh, so many things. And one time we were talking about this, and he said, Ma, collections, isn't that just whoever has the most money has the best collection? And if you're not a collector, I can completely understand that. But I told him collections are as personal as you can get. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Some of the best collectibles are things that were gifted to you that don't amount to a whole lot of money, but the memories associated with it, the loved one that gave it to you. And I'm endlessly fascinated with how people display their things and just sharing their stories of how they got things and added them to their collection. I just think it's so fascinating, and I could talk about that with folks on and on and on. Number 5, if you could meet one Disney YouTuber, who would it be? And I'm gonna say a big old nope on this one. I'm sorry, kids. I want to do the tag the way you wrote it. I love you both, but I can't do that. I just can't. I say over and over and over again, both to subscribers and fellow YouTube friends that I have met, I can't wait to give you a hug in person, and I mean that for everybody. So I can't pick one. It's just not possible. Everybody, that's my answer, and I'm a hugger, so you've been warned. Number 6, what do my loved ones think of my Disney obsession? I don't think they would know me without it. So it's kind of like a part of who I am. They all know about it, and they know that that's me. And they accept and love me with all my quirks and, obsessions and things. Disney being one of them. It's just me. I don't know how it couldn't be me. Number 7, what is my earliest Disney memory? If we're talking about just Disney in general, so many memories of being a small child and playing with my Disney toys or listening to my Disney records. They really kept me such good company. I'm an only child, and we didn't have anybody on the block that I could play with, so the Disney toys and vinyl records back in the day kept me such good company. And going to those drive-in movies to see the movies in the summer, oh boy, that was just such a treat that I looked forward to every summer season. Now, if we're talking about the parks, I've mentioned this before, I think. I went to Disney World when I was 4, and I do not remember that at all. But I went for my first big and only trip really with my mom when I was 12. And oh my goodness, so many iconic memories from that trip. But the one I'll narrow it down to, and again, I've talked about this before, so I'm sorry for repeating myself, but it hasn't changed. When we arrived at the Contemporary, where we stayed, it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. It was crazy when we arrived, and we decided to go down to the pool and have a swim before we turned in. And I remember being in that pool and looking up at this wonderfully majestic A-framed building that I had never seen anything like that before in my life, and thinking this is the greatest place on earth. And that has not changed for me in all these years. Number 8, who is my favorite villain, Disney princess, and overall character? Villain is Yzma. Oh my goodness, her in her kitty form, and just her in general. Her and Kronk are just, I could just watch that all day. They are so funny together, and I love the humor that's infused throughout that entire movie, The Emperor's New Groove. My favorite princess is, of course, Aurora, blue dress, Briar Rose only, and favorite overall character is Nick Wilde. I adore Jason Bateman. So I think that probably has a part in it, but just his animation, how fluffy he is. I talk about giving a hug. I'd love to give Nick Wilde a hug, and someday I'll do it. Oh boy. Number 9, what Disney character do I relate to the most? I kind of see myself as the nanny slash maid of 101 Dalmatians. I kind of see myself as being that caregiver to all those Dalmatians and loving the heck out of it. Trying to protect them when those 2 thugs came in and took them, and she was trying to fight both of them off. I could see doing that. Just devotion towards keeping them safe, and I kind of feel that way towards my loved ones. I could be a mama bear if I need to be. So yeah, I could see myself kind of, it's like a fly buzzing around their head. She really didn't give them any fight whatsoever, but she tried, and I would try doing that. Number 10, do you share your love outside of the Disney YouTube community? My friends obviously know about it, and they're completely wonderful. They understand. I don't know that they can relate to it, but they understand, and they think that, like I said, it's just a part of me. I don't think that you can extract it from my who I am. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm sharing more. I think that I'm on YouTube now. It's kind of a conversation starter, and I got to admit I'm a little embarrassed because I'll say, yeah, I'm on YouTube, and and people are so positive. Usually you'll be out and you'll have a Disney t-shirt on, and somebody will say, oh my goodness, I love Disney too, and you kind of bond over that. And then I'll say, check out, I'm on YouTube, join the community, and let's get to talking about your loves. And so it's been a nice little conversation starter, I think. Number 11 is, how has my experience been being in the Disney YouTuber community so far? And I've got to say, overwhelmingly positive. There's been so many wonderful memories made, and what amazes me is that I've not been able to meet anybody in person with the exception of a couple of people along the way, and yet I'm so grateful for all of the wonderful new friends that this medium has brought into my life. I'm just blown away. And I'm just so very grateful for everybody that I've met. So yeah, it's brought me friendships and wonderful experiences. So nothing but positivity, completely. It's just been wonderful. Number 12, what do my loved ones think of me being on YouTube? They're supportive. My number 1 supporter would be my mama. She's the one that's like, did you upload a new video? Okay, I'm going over and I'm giving it a like, and she knows the whole thing. Joe, you've seen him on the channel. He can be a rascal. I adore him, but I think his favorites are the videos that he appears in. Just saying. And my son has been a wonderful supporter. I don't know that he checks out my videos. He has from time to time, but he's a busy guy, and I understand that. But he was the one, when I was thinking about starting the YouTube channel, and I just didn't have the gumption to do it. I was nervous about it, and he was the one that kept saying, Ma, how's that YouTube channel coming? How's that YouTube channel coming? And the other day he said, Ma, I checked out your channel. You've got over 50 videos. Like that, I mean, he was surprised and blown away. And I thought how far I've come, you know, from him asking, how is the YouTube channel coming? And thinking I'd never have the confidence or the guts to upload that first video. And here I am. And so boy, you can't ask for much more positivity than that. So, yeah. Number 13, how has being on YouTube brought the Disney magic into my life? It's brought so much magic. Where do I begin? Of course, all the friendships. I mean, that goes without saying. I've already talked about that. What a blessing that is. And you know, like I miss some things. Like when my son was small, I would always do goodie bags and for parties and school and things. And I'm not able to do that anymore. So I can curate boxes, gifts for my friends and send those off and see their reactions firsthand, which is fantastic. So heartwarming. I've loved that. It's got me back into crafting again. I hadn't crafted for a while, and I'm going to be in a couple of craft swaps. So it's just a delight. It really is. It brings it in so many ways, and again, just so very grateful. Number 14, what are my other passions besides YouTube? Okay, boy, where to start? I've said before, I adore ghost stories. Again, I think it goes back to being at the library when I was a kid and just devouring all of those ghost story books for kids. I just developed a love of that. So while I'm cleaning, you best bet I probably have a ghost story podcast in my ears while I'm cleaning. I adore those. So I adore decorating, like interior decorating. I love holidays, you know, decorating and preparing for holidays. I do enjoy crafting. I get kind of stressed about it because I'm always worried that it's not going to turn out well if I'm gifting it to somebody. So it's a teensy bit of a stress there because I just want to make sure that it's okay to send to somebody. And I adore shopping and of course collecting, just, you know, various things, not even just limited to Disney. I collect some other things as well. So, you know, antiquing, turning thrifty finds into treasures. So those are probably my main things that I enjoy outside of Disney. Number 15 is what is my biggest dream for this channel? And that's easy. I'm all about the community. I really am. I don't know if you guys listen to WDW Radio, the podcast with Lou Mangello, but I have been a fan of his for a long time, and I'm lucky that I could say I count him as a friend now. And I've had a number of chances to spend some time with Lou, and he's just always been an inspiration to me. And what he has done with his podcast is create this wonderful community, and they're just wonderful people, and they just enjoy things together so very much. And I thought, if I was ever able to have the confidence to put myself out there in some way, be it a podcast or I ended up being on YouTube, shockingly, I wanted to cultivate that community that I've seen Lou cultivate all these years. And it's just left such an impression on me. And I just would love to create that kind of community. So I've, you know, started that over on the Collectionears Club Facebook group where I want everybody who's watching to be able to share their collection like I am on the channel. And I just want that community to grow and grow and grow. You know, I did the worldwide virtual Christmas tree tour last year. I'd love to do that even bigger this year. And I kind of regret naming it the Christmas Tree Tour because I don't want to limit it to that. I want it to be any kind of decorations that you do to celebrate the holidays, no matter what holiday you're celebrating. If you have any kind of holiday decor that relates back to Disney, I want to include it. So we'll have to tweak that a little bit just to be all inclusive. in outdoor decorations. That would be fabulous too. So I want to bring it all together and just create things that we as a community can enjoy together. I just think that that would be fantastic. So that's my motivation, that's my goal, is to just have a wonderful community out of all of this. So speaking of that community, I've got to plug it. If you haven't checked out the Collectionears Club over on Facebook, please do so. We have a lot of fun in there. We're playing some games, we're showing off our collectibles, and just keeping everybody up to date with our collections, and it's just a lot of fun, and I'd love to see you over there as well. So that is my Get to Know Me tag. So now it's your turn. I would love to get to know you better. So in the comments down below, I know that there's a few questions here that could relate to anybody. You know, like what's your favorite villain and princess and overall character? That's a question that everybody can answer. So please do so in the comments down below. I'd love to hear all about your favorites, and let's talk more in the comments about that. So for the first time, I think, because I'm a little bit current with this tag, I want to tag some people. I know, it's so exciting. Okay, so the first person that I would like to tag is Katie from OverTheMoony, Melissa from PixieDust and Peaches, and her twin sister Mitzi over at Belle's of Cotton, Liz over at JustaDisneyNerd, and of course I have to tag Rawan over at the Disney Damsels. So that is going to wrap up my tags. Thank you so very much for tuning into this video. I really appreciate it. If you like the content, if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. Be sure and check out Alicia over at Cinder Ali Loves Disney, and Nina from the channel Wrestling with Disney. Like I said, they came up with a fabulous idea in this tag, and you definitely want to go check them out as well. So until next time, whatever you're doing today, I hope you have a marvelous time, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.